U.S. scores. U.S. leading by 35 points with 11:13 remaining in the ball game. Here's that beautiful baby hook. Robert Parrish, Kevin McHale, Larry Bird were all in the lane in that game when Magic flashed across the paint.
And that was the game-winning shot. Also, the pressure of that to make that over those three players.
James Carter back in from Puerto Rico. This is Ramon Rivas spinning inside. It'll fall, and he draws the foul.
Well, that was a very powerful move by Rivas there along the baseline. Nice spinning drive.
On David Robinson, his third.
Not only does he make the move against David Robinson, but watch Patrick Ewing comes over to try to disrupt this shot. So that's a very difficult shot off the glass. Excellent concentration to get the finish by Rivas. I think he's played pretty well in the Tournament of the Americas. He's rebounded well, and he's showed much better offensive skills than I ever remember him having, either at Temple or with the Boston Celtics, although with Boston we did not see much of him with McHale, Bird, and Parrish.
As Tim Hardaway would say, Rivas has got skill. Barkley to Ewing. Almost traveled. There's that famous turnaround baseline jumper.
You know, it's funny you say he almost traveled. Does that mean he traveled and it wasn't called? I always wondered that.
Almost traveled.
Is that?
He thought about traveling.
Okay.
That's what. There's Soto as number 15, who just threw the ball away and committed the foul, getting his first action. He's played very little for Puerto Rico in the tournament.
See what Charles does very well. He's done that twice now in this half. The guy has tried to make the entry pass into the post. He's dropped back and stolen the pass. So what happens when you drop back off the man like that, Bob? You must, as a player, offensive player, you've got to drive the ball and force the guy to come play it. Then you get a passing lane. Charles is just dropping way back into the lane and picking off that pass.
90-55, 10-16 to go in the game. Carter trying to defense Jordan. Punched away by Ortiz. Michael was definitely going to put it up. Never a question. He'll go to the line.
Number 9, James Carter.
Michael Jordan having a quiet night, only 8 points.
Shooting 2 for USA.
This is really a relief for Michael Jordan to not have to carry the weight of the world on his shoulders. He's commented on it several times, the fact that he really enjoys the fact that everybody here can score and he can simply be part of the team, even though he's unquestionably the greatest player in the world today. Here are the scoring leaders from the tournament.
Oscar Schmidt, people probably will get a chance to see him Sunday in the gold medal game if things hold the way we think they will, and Oscar is a tremendous shooter. He is the Chris Mullin of the Brazilian team.
Lopez to Carter for 3. James Carter, formerly of the USBL and the CBA.
But Michael Jordan now has moved to point guard. Magic Johnson playing forward, going a little high screen roll, like Michael just turned the corner.
Puerto Rico foul. No shot.
Foul on Puerto Rico. Waved that basket off. It's on Lopez. Federico Lopez.
This is an offensive set you see the Pistons run a lot of with their guards. Spot up a three-point shooter in the corner. You have Magic in one corner. Michael playing screen roll.
Out ahead to Carter. Look who ran it down. The center. David Robinson's unbelievable speed. We've seen some telestrator plays that you've done during the regular season where he will start behind the break and then end up scoring all the way. And we're about to get wholesale substitutions for the United States. They're going to substitute 5 players at the same time. Foul is on Patrick Ewing. We're going to get Drexler, Mullen, Pippen, Leitner, and Malone into the game.
That's your second team for tonight.
And the lineup for USA, Christian Leitner, Karl Malone, Chris Mullin, Scottie Pippen, Clyde Drexler.
This crowd very appreciative that Clyde Drexler played tonight. He missed the game Wednesday as they drained fluid from his sore knee.
What if that's going to be a concern for Clyde Drexler? This season he's had problems draining that knee, and now in the Tournament of the Americas he's had it done again. A long wear and tear of another season trying to get Portland back to the NBA Finals, and we know that he definitely is the guy that's going to have to carry them there once again if they're going to beat teams like Phoenix now. But that knee must be a little bit of source of concern for them, because once you have to start having that drained, it'll be a chronic problem.
Malone into Pippen on the give and go, and Leitner with a beautiful move. He switched hands when he was blocked on the right side and reversed it, and that's the first 2 of the game for Christian Leitner. Now every player who's eligible to play, that's except for Bird and Stockton, have scored for Team USA. Carter doesn't get it to go. Puerto Rico ball.
Right now, the team that the United States has on the floor, Pippen and Drexler, are going to have to come back and help on the board. Chris Mullin, not a strong rebounder. Karl Malone can defensive rebound. He likes in many instances to get out and run the break. And Leitner learning how to rebound against this kind of competition. So the United States is going to have to make a commitment now to get to the defensive board against the big, strong Puerto Rican lineup.
I was going to say some players on the floor who can really run the floor, but every player on this team can. So it goes without saying. Rivas tried the spin move against Malone, but he stopped it to Ortiz. Kept alive by Soto. It's just a nightmare once you get down into the paint.
Well, it's almost like they're playing 6 against 5. Wherever you go, there's 2 guys defending. Oh, no, the game is too far out of reach for this guy to dive in my lap. I could understand it if it was a 2-point game.
Doug Collins meet Federico Lopez.
Yes, Federico. Too old to make that move to get out of your way. 94-60, 34-point U.S. lead, 8 minutes to go in the game. Malone just pulls up for the jumper, which he'll hit most of the time. Here's Carter to Soto with the jam. Soto's a 24-year-old, 6'7" forward. He's one of the young guard. This is an aging Puerto Rico team in international play. They're trying to get it younger. They have a couple of young players like him and like Cassiano. Drexler over Lopez. Two three-pointers for Drexler, 2 for Mullen, 1 for Johnson. Magic in this game. Now Leitner playing Ortiz very well. He did a good job that time. He did not allow the contact to knock him on his heels. He stayed up strong, then got a hand up in the face, did not take the foul. Very good play by Leitner.
Lopez fouls Clyde Drexler.
On number 5, Federico Lopez, his 3rd personal, 15 foul, timeout.
Here's our Converse game summary for you. U.S. has 13-2 on steals, 32-4 on fast breaks, 46-22 on the bench. And you could summarize the game in several other categories too, but that'll give you a little idea of the tremendous defense and speed and balance of this team from the United States. And here is the only collegian on the team, Christian Leitner, scoring. Prior to tonight's game, Doug asked Christian if playing on the Dream Team would hasten his development in the NBA, and he said, in fact, he thought it would, because he said not only at Minnesota but around the league, because let's face it, I have seen the best they have to offer.
Yeah, he said, I played against the best there is. He said, I think it will help me. See, there's another reach in by Christian. That's an area, though, and I've talked about it, that he's going to have to do. He's going to have to get much better at.
6:51 to go in this ball game. 97-62, Team USA.
You're going to be playing against bigger guys that can move and drive the ball to the basket. You've got to slide, square them up, and you can't reach in. Those reach fouls are the ones that get you in trouble. Put the team to the free throw line. As you see, Jose Ortiz will shoot the 1-and-1. Jose has had a pretty good ball game tonight. It's only 4 for 12, but he's got 14 points and 4 rebounds.
John, I need some help.
The 19-year-old Cassiano is in the backcourt with Lopez. For Puerto Rico, there is Jose Ortiz, who was Pac-10 MVP. He's 28 years old, 6'10", 235. Drafted by the Utah Jazz. Into Leitner. Power move inside and the foul.
I think Christian either got kicked or maybe rolled his ankle a little bit also. Going to have the opportunity for the three-point play. That was a nice entry pass, and Christian went strong to the basket. I liked it here.